till we die, die, die.
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Stay packing, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cleveland Browns. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Come on, baby, let's go. Dig time. Let's go. Let's go. Set, hut. Pittsburgh. Right here. Check, boy, three.
And to give this time to the tailback. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
31's the mark. You ain't got nothing.
From the gun, Blake looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Back to throw. Blake. And that is incomplete. took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Blake, he sets to fire deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
180! Okay, we're 33.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Hurry!
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And taken right on the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got you up front.
No score after one on EA Sports.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check. I'm coming for you, son.
On 3rd and 2. Blake. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. That time, Juan Thornhill, the rookie from Virginia, batting it away. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
He's checking.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
31's the mic. Watch the twist.
Operating from the gun. Blake. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Check, ready. It's our field.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A second down throw for Mayfield. He completes this one to Mack. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Rush in. Rush in. Watch twitch.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Hot shot. Clock 50 left.
On 1st and 10. Blake. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 3rd and long. Blake. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the boot, watch the boot. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 66, pull it, half.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Blake, he's going to rifle, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Take it at the 37. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 44.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Watch the run. Check 52. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they try the right side here. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
59 mark. Check, 59.
Looking to throw. Blake. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Mike, check. 59. Here we go.
Back to throw. Blake. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's good for the Browns. First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Watch it. Slam. Slew draw, Corker.
They run. Chubb. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I love the modern game, but that was a throwback right there to see the big man with football, running, knocking people aside, and picking up yardage. That takes me back to the 60s, the 70s, when fullbacks ruled the earth.
From the 36, Mayfield throwing the out route and complete. It's Mack. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
180! Watch the run. They're running it. Run. Switch.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
180! You got three down.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. Then the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Oh, they get to the foot, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a handoff here to his running back. Finding room at the 30. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Shift. I got you.
They run again with Hunt. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 198. Go. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Tight dog. Run.
Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play, and even better execution.
Coming this way. Here we go. Kings.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now Mayfield. Dancing to his left. This is caught. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Get tight. Let's go.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. All bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark. No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet. No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike has it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much. And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they? Yeah, when we talked about him, they did. Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there? I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Looking to throw. Blake. Looking left sideline. It's complete. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they? They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down. And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. On 1st down, Blake, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Yo, 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 yo. Yo! Mike's 50. Mike's 59. Hayward. Let's get this.
Throwing again. Blake, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Check. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. You. Mike, check. 59. Go. Danny. Mike 5'9". Mike 5'6". Check it. Here we go.
From the gun, Blake, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. There he goes inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Cards, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.